Welcome back to this power-packed episode of Overdrive. Now, the most powerful Audi in production? Check. Most outrageous-looking Lamborghini ever built? Check. It is now time for us to bring you one of the mightiest SUVs on sale in India. Here's Rohit with the latest from AMG.
Now, the Mercedes-Benz GL class has been doing pretty well in India ever since it was launched in 2013. But the limited launch edition, which sold out within weeks, continues to look more appealing than the regular GL thanks to that jazzy AMG bodywork. Now, this has prompted Mercedes-Benz to bring back that bronzer design. This time, however, things are a little different.
This GL has the same bodywork as the launch edition. Therefore, you have the chunkier bumpers with large air screws. But the vehicle also has new alloy wheels, different badging, and at the back there are 4 square pipes instead of 2 rectangles. And when they come alive, they tell you what those new badges mean.
This then is the GL63 AMG, the same mammoth that we have been seeing all this while. This one though is a little cracked in the head. It takes less than 5 seconds for it to get angry and come charging at you at 100 kilometers an hour. And believe me, that isn't a pretty sight. And I say that the sight is not pretty because a 2.5-ton SUV managing to sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.5 seconds, that sure is intimidating for the onlooker. But inside the car, you don't really feel all that speed. Now, all this speed in fact comes from a new engine. It's a 5.5-litre twin-turbo V8. It produces 557 PS of power and 760 Newton meters of torque. Now, all that torque going down to those massive wheels on a hot day like this, you're going to create a lot of ripples on the road surface. Now, purists will obviously miss the whole naturally aspirated V8 soundtrack. But this, even with its twin turbocharger, sounds quite good. In fact, it sounds quite amazing. It doesn't sound like the wheezing lungs of a BMW M5. The engine is mated to a 7G-tronic Speed Shift Plus gearbox. It's slightly different than the 7G-tronic that you get in a regular GL. Every time you downshift, it will match revs and then it will create a sound as if it's bursting a series of crackers in the exhaust system. And that certainly sounds amazing. I am not complaining. Like any other Mercedes-Benz car, you have 3 driving modes even for the GL63. You have the controlled efficiency mode, which basically keeps things sober. You have the manual mode, which will let you have better control over the gearbox. And then you have the sport mode, which gives you sharp acceleration, sharper throttle response, and also makes the shift points different, makes the gearbox more responsive to your throttle input. Adding to that, you also have the AMG Ride Control, which lets you select different settings for the suspension. You have Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Now, even in Sport Plus, the suspension does stiffen up, but you have a fair amount of body roll. And when we tested this car back in Germany, I was a little apprehensive about the way the vehicle will handle the Indian road conditions. But believe me, it has surprised me because the Ride Control does make things quite good even for the Indian road conditions. It adapts quite well, and even on pothole surfaces or broken surfaces, the ride is not all that choppy.
On the inside, the GL63 features the sporty 4-spoke steering wheel and the designer trim with AMG badging. There are nice creature comforts too, like the 360-degree camera, the night vision assist, and the temperature-controlled cup holders which can keep your drink cool or warm. The command infotainment system in the GL63 seems old school now and doesn't even have satellite navigation. It is mated to a Harman Kardon speaker system and has a DVD player and 2 screens installed for the second row. Since this is a 7-seater, the vehicle also gets 9 airbags.
Another big surprise are the brakes. Now, I keep mentioning that this is a mammoth of an SUV, 2.5 tons, but still it manages to come to a complete standstill from 100 kilometers an hour in 3.3 seconds or 41 meters. And that's pretty good for the size that this SUV is. I know there are other powerful SUVs out there like the Range Rover Sport or the Force Cayenne GTS, But then the GL63, the kind of performance that it offers while being a 7-seater, I think it is noteworthy. Now, like the GL, even this vehicle will haul 7 people and their luggage in luxury, and at the same time give you power figures that frankly sound a little outlandish. All this though comes at a price tag that is almost double than that of the GL350. At once this may sound impractical, but then the GL63 AMG boosts your ego like none other.